AI. More agentic capabilities.
An AI agent.
Agents.
Agentic workflows.
Agentic.
Alright friends, so most of the videos are either too technical or too basic, and this one is for layman people who can understand in a very simple language. आप लोग already different LLM models use करते हो, and now you will get to know how AI agents will impact your day-to-day life. And in this video, you will learn it in a very simple 1, 2, 3 path. Okay, first is ChatGPT, which you already use. Second is the AI workflow, and then AI agent. We will use the real life use case to demonstrate you. And ये जो fancy technical term है, RAG, React, everything would be very simple. React and RAG are nothing but agentic models. Popular chat models like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, all are like applications that are built on top of LLMs. So they are good in understanding and generating text. So here is a visualization where when you input text to an LLM, it generates an output. I would have asked ChatGPT, I need to send a mail for Elon Husky for a coffee chat. So the email that he would be sending me is an output, and the one which I have sent him is a generating prompt. Pretty simple, right? When I ask him when is my next coffee chat, he won't be able to answer because he don't have access to my Google Calendar, and that is where the limitation lies between LLM and an AI workflow. So this highlights two key traits of LLMs. Despite being trained on vast amount of data, they have limited knowledge of our proprietary information, like our personal or internal company data. LLMs are passive. They wait for our prompt and then respond. So keep these two things in mind. And now let's move to AI workflow. I, human, when I will input to an LLM, I would ask him to make a search query to my Google Calendar and check any personal event data and then respond back. I ask my coffee chat with Elon Husky. It will check my Google Calendar and it will say it's tomorrow at 10 a.m. But here also it gets tricky. So when I ask him what will be the weather be like that day, so he won't be able to answer and get failed because he has only access to my Google Calendar and not the weather data. And this is a fundamental trait of the AI workflow. So AI workflow has a number of ton of predefined steps. To be a little technical, this is called control logic. So even if we enter any number of steps or we call the weather data with an API and I ask him to give a fancy output in text to speech, still there is a human decision maker. So here it's a pro tip. It doesn't matter how many steps we add, but still there is a human intervention. So it's not an AI agent, but rather a workflow.
I created a simple AI workflow using make.com. Here you see I am using Google Sheets to compile links to news articles. I'm using Perplexity to summarize those news articles. Then using Claude and using a prompt that I wrote, I am asking it to draft LinkedIn and Instagram post. I schedule this to run automatically every day 8 a.m. This is an AI workflow because it follows a predefined path set by me. Step 1, you do this. Step 2, you do this, and so on. Finally, remember to run daily at 8 a.m. One last thing, I test this workflow and I don't like the final output of the LinkedIn post. For example, as you can see right here, it's not funny enough. I'd have to manually go back and rewrite the prompt for Claude, and this trial and error iteration is currently being done by me, a human, so keep that in mind moving forward. Continuing the make.com example, let's break down what I've been doing so far as the human decision maker. With the goal of creating social media posts based off of news articles, I need to do two things. First, reason or think about the best approach. I need to first compile the news articles, then summarize them, then write the final posts. Second, take action using tools. I need to find and link to those news articles in Google Sheets, use Perplexity for real-time summarization, and then Claude for copywriting. So, and this is the most important sentence in this entire video, the one massive change that has to happen in order for this AI workflow To become an AI agent is for me, the human decision maker, to be replaced by an LLM. In other words, the AI agent must reason.
What's the most efficient way to compile these new articles? Should I copy and paste each article into a Word document? No, it's probably easier to compile links to those articles and then use another tool to fetch the data. Yes, that makes more sense. The AI agent must act via tools. Should I use Microsoft Word to compile links? Inserting link directly into rows is more efficient. What about Excel? So the user has already connected to Google, so account with make.com. So Google Sheet is a better option. Pro tip: because of this, most common configuration for AI agents is the React framework. All AI agents must reason and act. Sounds simple, right? Third key trait of AI agents is their ability to iterate. Remember when I had to manually rewrite the prompt to make the LinkedIn post funnier? I, the human, probably need to repeat this iterative process a few times to get something I'm happy with, right? An AI agent will be able to do the same thing autonomously. In our example, the AI agent autonomously add in another LM, critique its own output. I have drafted V1 of a LinkedIn post. How do I make sure it's good? Oh, I will add another step where an LM will create a post based on LinkedIn best practices, and let's repeat this until the best practices criteria are all met. And after a few cycles of that, we have the final output. So here, all reasoning is done by AI agent and not human. Speaking of examples, I'm also building my very own basic AI agent using NAN. So let me know in the comments what type of AI agent you would like me to make a tutorial on next. To wrap it up, here's a simplified visualization of 3 levels we covered today. Level 1, we provide an input and the LM responds with an output. Easy. Level 2, for AI workflows, we provide an input and tell the LM follow a predefined path that may involve in retrieving information from external. Trait here is that the human asks LLM which path to follow. Level 3, the AI agent receives a goal and the LM performs reasoning to determine how best to achieve the goal, takes action using tools, produce an interim result, observe that interim result and decides whether iterations are required and produces a final output that achieves the initial goal. Key trait here is that LLM is a decision maker in the workflow. If you found this helpful, please do like, share and subscribe for such useful insights in my channel.